Hi, I'm Dorla Schlitt, and I'd like to share with you a bit about my new Educator's Guide book to the company, the hardback book, The Adventure of the Scarlet Thread, The Promise Fulfilled. The Educator's Guide book is designed to help a parent, a volunteer, or a teacher of any skill level to take the content from the hardback book and use it to develop a more in-depth learning experience for their student or group of students. The guidebook is designed with the same format throughout, and it has, let me show you the part that I like that helps the teacher. It gives an overview of what the guidebook consists of. The Adventure of the Scarlet Thread, of course, is the story of how God's faithfulness is shown to his people from the promise he gives man in Genesis 3:15 and takes it through the entire Old Testament, pointing to the coming of Christ in the New Testament. And the scarlet thread is that symbolic provision he provides for his people to see and know that he is present with them and will fulfill his promise. The overview of the guidebook shows the Bible stories that are included. There are 4 Old Testament stories and 1 New Testament story with the coming of Christ. The Bible reference where you would find the story, the word for the day that takes a special word and helps them understand what in depth the story is about, God's character. And then also the mystery item. And the mystery item has to do with a special activity that's presented in the book to help the children remember each story's significance along the scarlet thread leading to the coming of Christ. The book format begins each one with a preparation for the teacher, a helpful beginning to bringing the story about to the children, whether you read it to them or they read it themselves. And then there's a presentation and a beginning then after they've read or you've read the story brings the review of the story. And within the review, there are questions to find out if there's good recall of what took place in the story and understanding. There's options to take older students through, help them think a little more deeper. There's scripture to look up, places to give their thoughts. It's quite in depth, and you, of course, a teacher or a parent might choose, a little bit or all of it, but it's written out by script, so it's easy to put on your lap and follow through. There's also the memory verse at the end of each to review, and then after the closing, where it begins with a prayer and it ends with a prayer, there's craft activities and some maybe a game or a snack, somewhere to take it that's for fun, but also reinforces what they've been learning, and also offers some options to further investigate some things that they might be interested in. So each one is presented the same way. There's a black and white. It's done just so the teacher or a parent can follow kind of along with the story if they would so choose. But the guidebook could be a very helpful addition to taking the hardback book and helping children to have a greater understanding of God's faithfulness and his goodness to his people all along the path from the garden through the New Testament. And we thank you for listening, and I hope you'll find it on Amazon and other places where books are sold.